Okay, guys. Not done anything for a couple of days, I know. I've been watching this shenanigans, as we say, this 50 million fraud offer, we'll call it. It just astounds me how people believe it was an offer. I mean, you know, nobody's saints, but come on. You've got Wilder on camera with some character rattling on about something that I can't even remember now. I don't listen to a lot of what he says, to be honest. I did see the offer, supposedly, hey man, we've got money in the bank, sign it, yeah, great way of doing business, innit? All those little fanboys and fan channels think that's, yeah, you gotta accept that, you gotta accept AJ, you gotta accept AJ, you're a coward if you don't accept. Deontay's offered you. What? He's made some crackpot video and put it on Instagram or Twitter or whatever other bloody thing it was on. That matter, I could come on here and say, hey AJ, I've got 500 quid, I'll fight you, And he said, yeah, but he said if you pay me, like AJ said in his video, in his interview with Coogan, when he said it was 50-50, the deal for the fight, originally, rematch, Coogan said, no, because you'll be getting to him, and he says, no, but hang on, Coogan, he said, if you listen, it's 60-40 in the first fight to me, 60-40 in the second fight. You have to listen to what people say carefully, read what people say carefully. Very carefully listen, very carefully read what people say. Now on these Wilder fan channels and his fanboys, you'll find a lot of them saying, is, but AJ said, if you pay me 50 million, I'll accept the fight. So I've said to a few of them, but they haven't paid him 50 million. The word is pay. Forget the rest of it, the 50 million. Pay. Pay me. He didn't say, send some half-arsed offer over a video, not even an offer, some half-arsed video, over an Instagram or Twitter or whatever. He said, pay me, bring me, pay me 50 million, bring me, pay me, whatever you want to do. Stick it in a bank account, it's called. 50 million, and I will sign for the fight tomorrow. They haven't paid him 50 million. They've cancelled 2 meetings with Eddie Hearn. Even the supposedly holier than thou and whiter than white and cooler than cool and honourable than honourable Al Heyman. They've cancelled. The fact remains is not one of them people were willing to meet Eddie Hearn without coming out with more BS, as they call it, bullshit. No, get AJ to accept the fight first. Well, if that's good enough, if they're calling Deontay's shenanigans an offer, then AJ saying, okay, let's roll, is good enough, isn't it, as an acceptance? So, it's clearly a PR stunt to say, look, we've offered this. He still said, no, we're off to fight Brazil. Con job. Then you get them questioning that absolute clown, 78 Sports, saying Eddie Hearn's trying to secure his future. And this, that. Eddie Hearn's trying to secure his future. I'll say that again. Eddie Hearn's trying to secure his future and legacy and family. What Eddie Hearn will inherit will probably be bigger than Wilder could ever dream of, or anyone. I mean, the Hearns run snooker, boxing in this country for the biggest by far matchroom. Warren stepped off the pedestal a while ago. They've got an American branch, if you like, opening up, keeping it in simple terms. you know, Matchroom USA. I believe he's just signed the Charlo brothers. You know, Miller. Right on the show. Looking deeper into this, I'd say Wilder's managers fear Eddie Hearn. They fear that at some point Wilder will wake up and go, do you know what? I can make an absolute fortune with Eddie Hearn. French Connection UK to you, Shelley Finkel, and whoever else. And the people who keep putting their hands in his pockets. It's an absolute joke. Again, I know I was on this side of the Atlantic, a lot of people on the other. The thing these Wilder fan channels and fanboys don't get is there is millions on the other side of the Atlantic who are saying the same as us. There's only them in their little bubble. Across the rest of Europe and stuff, and if you look around, people are going, what kind of offer is that? That's not an offer. And he cancelled 2 meetings, one on Thursday. Oh, can we make it Friday? Oh no. What they've tried as well is typical, and again, I don't mean all of American guys here, I mean, but your typical, if you like, wide boy American fast talk and, you know, dress it up and that, and then the world will think, but the world doesn't fall for it anymore. Someone fetch me a slab. Go. I think I wrote it somewhere before. Wilder and his team are making him the biggest embarrassment, but the most deluded and embarrassing people, including his fan channels and fanboys, in boxing. Closely followed by the WBC, who continue to mess Dillian White around after he supposedly fought 2 final eliminators. To take words from Rocky, and I'm only using it in a light sense because, as I say, I never call anyone seriously a bum who steps in a boxing ring. It's just my personal thing. I know a lot of people do that. I don't. To take words from Rocky, from Apollo Creed, in Rocky 2, the bum's running, the bum's hiding, he doesn't want to face him. He doesn't want to face AJ or Wilder. Cheers, guys. Like, subscribe, drop your comments below.